I'm looking at the Oklahoma City Thunder's schedule, and I know this isn't a podcast about them, but legitimately, they might not lose until January 19th when they play the Cleveland Cavaliers. Like, maybe in January or like during December, like at the end of December when they play the Spurs. But otherwise, like, are they going to beat the Warriors' record of 74 wins? Or the Warriors' record of 73 wins? Are the Thunder going to get 74 wins?
Maybe.
It's looking like it. I don't see why they would lose any of these games.
The Spurs are going to beat them.
Sure. You can think that.
Okay.
For the win! Bogdanovich! The open shot. Who gets the play? Oh, he caught it! Caught! Are you? Goes for Bonga.
Hello and welcome back to the Eastman Sport Report, your father-son coach-related podcast about the Sacramento Kings and the San Francisco 49ers. I'm your host, Maxwell Eastman, joined once again by my co-host, Steven Eastman.
Hello, Max. How you doing there?
Tired, honestly. Like,
You're tired?
Like, I took a nap and it was like right before dinner, and now I'm still tired because of it, so I don't know if it's the greatest decision, but...
Well, basketball season starts tomorrow for
Basketball
you.
season for me does start tomorrow.
Okay.
Tryouts are tomorrow. Now, I have made varsity every single year since my freshman year.
So you would think as a senior you should make the team.
Realistically,
There's a good likelihood that you should make the team.
yeah,
Okay.
but I'm still gonna go to tryouts.
Tune in next week to see if Max made the team.
Big whoop. But speaking on that of like personal matters, my team did lose their playoff game.
You won one and then you lost the second
Yeah,
one.
and I could go into a lot of stuff about how we could have and we didn't, but it's like we're not going to get into that. This is a podcast about my soccer team. We just mention them every now and then because it's what's happening in my life.
Yes. That's what.
And one thing about the podcast for last week, it should be coming up soonish. It's just the audio did corrupt, so like most of it did corrupt. So I might just
halfway through, yeah.
I might just post it with most of the audio coming from the camera feed, which isn't going to be the greatest because we're not using the microphones, but
that's why we use the podcast studio with good microphones.
So,
anyway,
because we did record last week.
Yes, we did. And it was a fun episode. We were trying to do live on a Sunday night football.
We were doing fun stuff.
So we were trying something new. Anyway, we might try more fun stuff like that in the future. Maybe next week.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Maybe next week because we have to record Sunday night next week.
True.
Yes. Okay. So, Niners first.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we want to start with the good stuff first?
Let's start with the good stuff first.
Let's go with the good stuff first.
Mm-hmm.
Niners won.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're 6-3.
What was your record prediction by this time last season, or this time at the beginning of the season?
Let me go back and check. By the time we got to the Giants game, I had us 5-4.
Well,
what did you have us?
I had us at 7-1, so
in between.
It's literally right in the middle. So
yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
We'll take that.
Now, I had predicted, since this is midway through the season, I predicted 11-6.
Mm-hmm.
So my 11-6 prediction is looking really good. I'm still very, very confident to go 11-6 the rest of the way.
I said as a ceiling, we're going to go 15-2.
Uh-huh.
And then, which we can't, but I think we get like 13 wins is reasonable, especially with this schedule that you have. Although the schedule is looking tougher than I thought it would be.
Yeah, like the Indianapolis Colts are a little bit better than expected.
And the Panthers have won 4 out of their last 5 games. So it's not looking. And the Bears are also good this year.
They're looking better.
So it's gonna be an interesting few weeks.
An interesting thing. I'm trying to find it here on the Athletic. Come on. Oh, there it is right there. Okay, so the Athletic has a playoff simulator. Each team's path to the postseason they started this week. So now you could have this last updated, an hour ago. And so they run through a whole bunch of predictions. Would you like to guess what the Niners record would be at the end of the season, according to the Athletics.
I'll say 11-4. Is that
You
no?
can't do 11-4.
That's not how it
That's
works.
only
Hold on.
15 games. There's
11
17.
and 6. I'll say 11-6.
Okay, so that's what I predicted was 11-6. They have the Niners at 10-7.
That's my floor that I had for them for this season.
And that would be the 7th seed in the playoffs.
Okay.
So
not bad. Not bad.
So we'd be a 7th seed in the playoffs.
I definitely take that with the season we've had, injury-wise.
With all the injury-wise we have. Just for completeness' sake here, they in the NFC West at least, they have the Rams at 12-5. The Seahawks also at 12-5. The Rams would win. The Seahawks are the 5th seed.
Okay.
Lions are the 6th seed at 11-6. That means the Packers with 11-5-1 win their division.
Who's the 2 seed?
2 is the Rams. Number 1 is the Eagles at 12.
So it'd be Rams versus Niners
yes.
in the playoff?
Yes.
Levi South. Interesting.
Yes. So
I'd take that. You get a home playoff game.
I know. You get a home playoff game. At least from, that is one of the interesting things is you look back to the Giants game. Did you hear Jackson Dart's quote?
I did not hear Jackson Dart's quote.
Let me see if I can find it.
I remember from the broadcast, I think it was like 50-50 Niners-Giants.
He said that's the first game he's ever played where, as a home team, it was lopsided with road fans. He was not very happy about it.
Yep.
That's a reoccurring theme of
Niners fans.
The one thing is there is a whole bunch of Niners fans out there. I don't know if they all travel from
And they should all listen to the podcast.
They should all listen to the Eastman Sport Report.
Exactly.
To get your
like, comment, subscribe.
Yes.
Share with your friend who also likes the Niners.
I know. There's so many of us out there that love the Niners. I know I'm wearing a Kings jersey today.
I'm wearing a Niners sweatshirt.
Yeah, so we're
I don't know if
both
it's
representing
cropped
both.
in, but
you see part of it. You see the top half here in the Niners.
enough.
Anyway, there's so many Niners fans out there, which is so awesome. I mean, I love.
Definitely.
They're one of the best, well-loved franchises around the league. I think there's a good reason for that. But anyway, it is midway through the season, so we'll recap the game a little bit for people that are watching, kind of where we're going, and then we'll get into a little bit of a recap of some of our predictions.
Yes.
Since we're halfway through the season, and a little bit of updated some predictions. And then we'll do our other kind of middle of the things, and then talk about the Kings at the end. So if you want to listen to the Kings thing, jump to about 10 minutes left. We're probably only going to talk about 10 to 15 minutes of the Kings.
The only stuff to talk about the Kings, besides the Bucks game, which is sure, it's not great stuff. So
hey, we signed a new player today. We'll get to that later.
Teaser.
Teaser. There's your teaser.
Got to watch the whole video to find out.
Yes.
Oh, man, you're already stuck in here? That's a shame.
Okay. Niners game. I always like to pick out what is the big moment of the game, or what are the key plays of the game. I think the biggest play of the game was the Niners' first offensive possession, 4th and 1, and they went for it and got it. That was the biggest play of the game.
Okay.
Where it was you were about to go 3 and out, possibly 4 and out, and they were going to punt it back after their defense had basically been walked down the field and scored on. The Giants looked really, really good. Looked like the Texans game all over again, where you could not stop the Giants.
Or the Texans?
Well, we couldn't stop the Texans, and then the Giants, you couldn't stop the Giants.
Okay.
Looked exactly the same, like the Giants looked exactly like the Texans game from a defense perspective. We couldn't stop them at all. They were just marching down the field. I mean, we made them work. It was a multi, was it a 12-play drive, if I remember correctly? I'll pull that up here eventually.
10 plays.
It was 10-play drive, so it was double-digit games, like long drive. And anyway, the biggest play of the game was that go for it on 4th down. No, we're going to keep the ball, and we're going to go for it. And they got it. I think it was a quarterback sneak by Mac Jones.
Yeah, 2-yard run for Mac Jones.
Yeah. But the interesting thing on the play on that is they were about to go for it, and then Kyle Shanahan thought it was 4th and 2, and he's like, "No, we're gonna punt." And then he saw, "Oh, wait a minute, no, it's like 4th and less than 1. We want to go for it." So they had to call a timeout to get the offense back out there and call the play that he wanted to call. So that timeout was the best use of a timeout in the whole game, because I totally think that was the turning point of the game. Which is so funny to think about. The turning point of the game is your first offensive possession on your 4th play of the game.
Yeah.
But that totally set the thing. We went on a 12-play drive. That's where the 12-play drive I was thinking of. We went on a 12-play drive. They Giants with 3 and out. We go on an 8-play, 80-yard drive, touchdown, 14-7. And from there, you're like, I didn't think the Niners were going to lose the game at that point. Like, they were up 14-7, and the Giants go back and punt. Yeah, the Niners got 6 plays, and they had to punt. Giants go 3 and out. Like, at that point, like, they had touchdown and then punt, missed field goal, and that's the first half. Like, so they had first drive for them was a 10-play drive.
Yes.
They went 3 and out, 5 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 4 and a missed field goal. And that was after the Mac Jones fumble that we got them in position already. So you're like, that punt or that 4th and 1?
Yeah.
That was the turning point of the game.
I agree. It set the... I also think that with the letting that happen, it let our defense rest. Because we didn't let our defense rest in the Texan game against the Texans, which showed with the letting them score almost every single time they touched the football, of going down, getting a field goal, getting another field goal, getting a touchdown over and over again. Like we said in the podcast, which wasn't uploaded, but it should be uploaded in the page soon.
Go back and watch it. Hopefully it'll be uploaded.
We said it was
soon.
death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Oh, yes.
Of just little chunk play. And like if you gain 4 yards every single play, you can go down the field and score a touchdown. That's basically what the Texans did. And that's what the Giants essentially did against us for their first drive. They had a 5-yard run, and then they didn't have one. And then they TFL, technically 0-yard run. And then they did a 6-yard run, a 7-yard pass, a 6-yard pass, a 5-yard pass, all of this, and then going all the way down to an 8-yard run to get you into the red zone, and then a 15-yard touchdown pass.
That's the Texas game all over again. I was very worried at that point. But when we went up 14-7 and you saw the offense could do what they were needed to do.
Yes.
This gets to is like, hey, we've now lost another player. Mikael Williams was a victim of MetLife turf. Yep. Which, yeah, listen, if you want to hear George Kittle comment about the MetLife turf, yeah, that was sad. Anyway, but it's the offense has to carry this game. This team. If we're going to
100%.
get better than 11-6 record, even better than the Athletics predicting at 10-7, like I think we probably could get to 10-7. Like if you look down the record without scoring a whole bunch of points, we probably could get 4 more wins based on who we're playing.
Definitely.
Like after the Rams game, like we could rattle off those 4 wins, and that could be the rest of the season right there. There's your 10 wins. But if you want to get to 11, 12, and do something in the playoffs, our offense has got to score probably 35 points or more a game. And so our offenses better start clicking. Like, we need Ricky Pearsall, who's possibly coming back this week. You need Ricky Pearsall to come back. I know Brock Purdy's, Kyle Shanahan said on Sunday, he's never going to be healthy this season 100%. Now, can he get the
Great
90?
thing for your head coach to say, by the way.
Yeah.
Instill confidence in everybody.
I know. But, like, is he going to need 90, 95%? Can he go out there and be close to Brock Purdy? And you need Brock Purdy back. And Brandon Ayuk is not going to have his practice window open this week. Okay. So he may not come back. So he's probably going to have a 3-week window when he comes back. So, like, if he's not coming back, like, he might not come back till, like, after the bye, which is, like, December. Which is, like, okay, fine. Maybe fine. But you need Ricky Pearsall back. You need Brock Purdy back. And you need this offense to start clicking. You have George Kittle healthy. You have Trent Williams, who's played every game so far this season. Let's keep him healthy. Ben Barch is supposed to be coming back from the playoffs or come back from injury. Spencer Burford came back on the offensive line, and we played better. So this offense had better start scoring at least 34 points or more almost every game. Because I'm sorry, our defense has lost too many players.
Speaking of something on defense for the 4 games that we've lost Fred Warner, and I'm including the Buccaneers game because I think he went down in the first quarter, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're averaging 22.5 points against us since Fred Warner's gotten injured.
What was it before? Do you have it was before?
I do not have it what it was before because I did the calculations on my own. Give me like a
Okay, I'll let you do that.
Jump cut. plus 15 plus 26 plus 23 plus... Oh, no, that's the last one.
Divide by
90. Divide by, is that 5 weeks? 19. Okay.
We're back.
I hope I added that correctly. If not, but with Fred Warner, and it's, I guess, sort of Nick Bosa as well, but with Fred Warner, we had an average of 19.6 points scored against us. That's a field goal. That's the average of one drive going down all the way and scoring a field of one team going down all the way and scoring a field goal on you. One of the teams, I think the most jarring thing about this that like shows how much our defense is bad, or like I'll say bad right now, is because the type of teams that have scored these points, these 22.5 points against us, are not the greatest offensive teams. Like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like they're a good offensive team, but they're not 30 points in a week to 19 type of team. I'm going to ignore the Atlanta Falcons game for this example because, yeah, the Houston Texans have been struggling offensively the entire season, and then they go drop 26 on your head.
Yeah. Like if you take out the Buccaneers game, we gave up a 30, a 26, and a 24.
Do you mean the Falcons game?
Yeah, if you take out the Falcons game, which I think they were playing inspired because Fred Warner wasn't there and our offense had a really good running game that game, type of thing. But then if you start looking at the offenses that we're playing the Rams this next week. They're really good. Well, Cardinals beat the Cowboys. I wouldn't say they're a good offense. Panthers are, anyway. The teams that I would say are good, we play the Colts and the Seahawks.
We play the Rams, we play the Colts
and the Seahawks.
And maybe the Bears, honestly.
Yeah.
Because of the Bears are looking it
better.
might be playoff situations in week 17 for them.
So you're like, we're gonna have to outscore those teams.
Yes.
The defense is gonna have to come up with some, a few stops at those games, but our offense had better be humming to get those wins. Okay, if we jump back to the Niners or this Giants game, you have any other good points? Any notes about good points, good plays from the game?
Christian McCaffrey rushed for 106 yards on 28 carries. One thing I think you've been saying, and I agree with you on for a while now, is that we have two RB1s. We have Christian McCaffrey, but we also have Brian Robinson Jr., who would be an RB1 in a lot of systems. So why are we not using him like it's like David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs? We're absolutely Christian McCaffrey is a workhorse. He had 33 touches this week
in the game
this week, which is a lot. But Brian Robinson in 5 touches had 53 rushing yards, which is half of McCaffrey's, and a touchdown for an average of 10.6. While McCaffrey had 28 for 106 for an average of 3.8. Why aren't we using Brian Robinson more?
Well, and then if you go back just the number of plays out there, Christian McCaffrey had 57 plays to Brian Robinson only had 9. Like Brian Robinson had one of his better games in only 9 plays. Now he also had a really good kickoff return. So like he had
one kickoff return for 41 yards.
Yeah. Which was, I think it got a pass midfield in that. I think that was the beginning of the second half, the first right after halftime.
Yeah, and that set the tone again for how we were going to play.
Yeah. So again, we'll come back to how good Christian McCaffrey is, but
yes,
they got to find ways to get Brian Robinson on the field.
I think that
Christian McCaffrey, a few other things that Christian, you going to talk about anything else?
I want to say more about Christian McCaffrey and Brian Robinson. More about Christian McCaffrey is that how I've seen him play this season is he's really good. He's still Christian McCaffrey. But I think he's taken a step back in the aspect of his speed.
I think it's not a full step. It might be more like a half.
But he's not as quick as he was.
He's close.
He's still as strong and physical, and he can still shake you off, but he's not as fast as he was.
He's not pulling away from players like what used to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what Brian Robinson, like if we see how he plays, he just looks so much faster than McCaffrey. So why not on these first and long plays? Are we not having Brian Robinson go run a stretch?
Even the last 3 plays of the game, when it was you're trying to run the clock out, you need a tough physical yards.
Mm-hmm.
Why is Christian McCaffrey out there doing the first 2 plays? Why isn't Brian Robinson getting those 2 carries?
You don't want to injure Christian McCaffrey.
Exactly. At that point of the game, you're up by 10. You need a good physical runner, Brian Robinson. You drafted you traded for him. I think it was a 5th round pick. And so why not? The Christian McCaffrey greatness. He is now NFL leader in NFL history. He has 16 games with both a rushing and a receiving touchdown in the same game.
That's pretty good.
When you're leading NFL history, 100 years, good job. You're doing awesome. And he's not done yet. He probably ought to get more of that. The things about Christian McCaffrey, he has 596 yards in the season rushing, 626 yards receiving. So he's on pace to get over 1,100 yards for both rushing and receiving. If he can do that, he's already part of the 1,000 yard club, which includes Roger Craig, Niners legend, Marshall Faulk, and then Christian McCaffrey. So those are the 3 players that have done 1,000. No one's done it twice. So can CMC be the first one to do it twice? Is what we're looking forward to the second half of the season. So I kind of want him to still do that, but then you're like, you got to find ways to get Brian Robinson in the field. I think we've said that before on this podcast. I know we've said that before. Other important plays from the drive or from the game here. There was another point where
hello.
Sorry. I was reading too many notes at the same time to scan which one I want to talk about here. But if I go back to the drives, there was one point where the Niners, their first punt of the game, they punted and downed it I think the 1 or the 2 yard line, and then the Giants only got 2 yards, and the Niners got it back almost the exact same spot as where they punted it from. So they got the ball back with awesome field possession. And they only got a field goal after that. But still, they got the ball, and they only got 5 yards. And they were already in field goal range for that one. I think that was his long 54-yard. Eddie Pinheiro, 19 for 19, I think it is in the season. He's not he's not my thank the Lord player.
Yeah.
But he has turned our special teams into a plus.
Because it used to be every single time you go on the field and Jake Moody's out there and please don't miss.
Yeah.
But now it's just Eddie Pinheiro or Eddie Dinero because he's money on the field. It's just so nice to not have to worry about kicks. And it's so weird to have to think about that. But I don't have to. Except for maybe extra points. Because one extra point makes me feel worried that he missed.
Well, he missed the very first one. That's it. He hasn't missed since.
He ought to get out of the way.
Yeah, he got one
I think he passed Robbie Gould's record for most consecutive field goals made for the Niners.
What is Robbie? I haven't heard that. Okay.
I thought his was 18 in a row for Robbie Gould.
Good for Eddie Dinero. I do have to give Jackson Dart credit. He is a tough guy. And if you're watching the Giants play, I think the Giants might have a good quarterback. Now, I probably said that about C.J. Stroud when he was in his rookie season, so you got to do this a couple seasons. But Jackson Dart's pretty good. Not only does he run hard, he took some nasty hits.
Yeah, I agree.
You got to get down and not take the nasty hits. Him and Cam Scattaboo just are very physical players, which, Giants got 2 really good players there, and one hurt himself. But Jackson Dart, he can throw. He's really hard to sack. There was a time I took some notes here where it was hard to sack. He gets away from the defensive line. But then it was very questionable hit on to the head by Bethune, where you kind of send the seam to hit more in the shoulder, not the head, and they called the foul on him. But anyway, Dart is good. Up to type of thing. Other thing notes. So the Niners signed a player this week, Cleveland Farrell, to the practice squad, which he'd been on the Niners before. He got his first sack of the season on a second down, which helped to force the Giants to 3rd and long in a punt. I think that was actually the possession I talked about earlier, where the Giants only got 3 yards because they're close to the goal line, and the Niners got the ball back. That was part of Cleveland Farrell got a sack on that play.
Yes.
In that drive to get the ball back. And it was kind of a funny thing where it's like from the camera angle, Cleveland Farrell had rushed past the quarterback. Jackson Dart moves up, and then Cleveland Farrell comes behind and knocks Dart over from behind. It was a great sack Love did.
Yeah.
Other good plays. So another interesting play is he didn't jump off the field, but the Niners did make a trade. This is trade deadline day. We did not get a trade in today, so
sadly,
we're not going to talk too much about that. But we did trade for a player last week, Keon White. Keon White played 33 snaps, which was third out of all of our defensive linemen. So the new guy got out there and played the third out of 8 or 9 players. I think it's 9. And he played the third most. So, like, either the coaching staff has faith in him, or he's playing good, or both. Must be both. So I kind of like the trade for Keon White. Will he start with Mikael Williams out?
Probably.
Because he's
a veteran. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, it's either him or Cleveland Farrell that's going to start. Because I don't know if you start Bryce Huff. Bryce Huff should be back this week. He's a way better pass rusher,
yes,
Bryce Huff.
But
do you save Bryce Huff as a pass rushing specialist?
Because you want to look at a roster and see how many injuries we have. We don't want to risk another one.
Yeah, so I would think you'd put Keon White. I think Bryce Huff might be on a pitch count this week. We'll see. But Keon White might start after trading for him, or Cleveland Farrell. I think one of the two signings with Mikael Williams out. Sam Okinawa was probably your other starting end, and I think Keon White's going to be it's either him or Cleveland Farrell. I think it might be Keon White. Any other was there ever a point in the second half you thought the Niners were going to lose?
No. That's also because I got the final score spoiled to me when I got out of the shower. So, because what we do is
when it's a 10 o'clock game.
It's a 10 o'clock game. We go to church. We come back. I got out of the shower because I slept through church. Oops, my bad.
You went to church on Saturday.
I went to church on Saturday. Sorry, I was doing my own thing. So then I slept in and I took a shower. I got out of the shower and then I look at my phone and the top notification is 49ers beat Giants. And I go, dang it.
And then he walked downstairs and we turned the game on. So I had no idea watching the game. So
if I could have watched the game without being spoiled, I would like to. But
yes. But with these 10 games,
bad.
Jesus is more important.
Yeah.
Okay. So there you are. 49ers, interesting note, they equaled their win total of last season already.
That's pretty good.
We're 6-3. We only had 6 wins all of last season. Let's see here. So, are we ready for our player of the game? Is there any other notes you want to say about that?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Who are we gonna? Take that one back.
Should we try that again?
Let's try that again. That was like loud.
Yes, that was.
Put it like here.
Okay. Well,
thank the Lord
for CMC.
Amen.
Good timing.
I feel like the 3 players or 3 people you could thank the Lord for this entire season: Christian McCaffrey, because he's our leading receiver and our leading rusher, and Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh.
You could almost throw in a 4th one of Mac Jones, which Mac Jones is playing better than I knew he was going to be. I thought, I didn't know. I thought he was going to be a good fit. I hope he didn't play because I wanted Brock Purdy to play. But he could almost be thrown in there. But like when this was another good offensive win, the defense actually played pretty good. Like another stat that I forgot to throw out there. So anyway, back to CMC. So we gave a whole bunch of stats on CMC earlier, so I'm not going to recap all that stuff. But thank the Lord for CMC. He's healthy. He's playing every game. Let's keep that up for another 8 more games. We need CMC out there. He's out there. Other thing that I was going to mention was, did you know that Tatum Bethune did something that Fred Warner has never done?
What?
In this game, Tatum Bethune had 16 tackles. Fred Warner's most was 15 in the game.
Ooh.
So, Tatum Bethune replacing Fred Warner up just slightly. No, I'm not saying Tatum Bethune's a better player than Fred Warner.
Because he's not.
But he's actually playing pretty decent. I mean, he's not like Fred Warner, but he's playing pretty good.
I don't think anyone's like Fred Warner.
No. Like, Fred Warner is like...
Best linebacker in the league.
Yes. You know...
But Tatum Bethune, he played good.
He's played pretty good.
He had 8 solo tackles.
You know, I mean, I thought,
One pass deflection.
I would like to see Nick Wright, our rookie, 3rd-round pick.
Oh yeah,
He has not played. He started playing special teams recently, but like,
why not?
We could go into why not type of thing. But anyway, oh, another good moment from the game. One more thing before we move over to things.
One more thing.
I love Mac Jones. From the aspect of, as soon as he saw that we got a first down and Kyle Shanahan takes his headset off, he waves in dramatically.
Oh, yeah.
Adrian Martinez into the game, because Adrian Martinez has never even, he used to play at that stadium. He never played. But he used to, that was because he was for the Jets. He was on the Jets for a season. He never got an NFL snap. So now Adrian Martinez has actually played one NFL snap. Now it was a kneel down.
He had his Ben Kurt moment, but
yeah,
I don't know if you know who that is.
No, I don't, but whatever.
We're not going to get into it right now.
So Mac Jones is showing off that he's more than just a good quarterback. He's a good teammate. He's a good leader. Like, in some ways, I want him back next year because we need a good quality backup to Brock Purdy. Because you never know what's going to happen.
We've seen what happens as Niners fans. What happens when your quarterback goes down in important games.
Your second or your third or your fourth or your fifth. Anyway, like, so you need a good backup. But, like, is Mac Jones playing a way that you could trade him away for a second-round pick in the offseason? Would you? Something we'll think about later. Maybe in an offseason thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you trade him to the Jets?
For a second-round pick?
I don't think the Jets want Mac Jones, though.
Because, just being honest, Mac Jones
getting distracted here.
He needs a specific system.
Yeah, definitely.
Like a Shanahan type of system and he's not he's not going to be your mobile quarterback. He's going to be your classic stand in the pocket, throw it around there. But anyway, I think there's some team that might want him. Now, will the Niners trade him or do they want to keep him as their backup? We'll find out next offseason. Okay.
Exciting stuff because it's halfway through the season. So do we sort of know what's going to happen throughout the season? No, not at all.
With this season?
No.
No. But it's fun to make predictions,
it's
right?
Fun to make, so let's look back at some of the predictions that we made going all the way back. Okay. So we're just going to look at the awards and who we thought were going to go to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
because
can I go through some of my bold predictions?
Sure.
Let's track some of my bold predictions at the beginning of the season. How are we doing? I said Jake Moody will be the kicker all season. He doesn't even last one game. He lasted one game. And he'd have 3 game-winning field goals.
Well, he had 1 for the Bears.
Yes.
He just needs 2 more for the Bears.
And Eddie Pinheiro has 2 for the Niners already. So I had the right theme, wrong player. Anyway, Ricky Pearsall would lead the team in receiving yards. Can't do that when you're injured.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa would have 20 sacks in the season.
Can't do that when you're injured. Yep.
Bryce Huff will have 10. Can't do that when you're injured. Kittle will lead the team in touchdowns. Can't do that when you're injured.
Why didn't you say McCaffrey, honestly? Well, bold predictions.
Yeah, this is bold.
Okay.
I had said the Niners will have 6 rookies on defense.
Well, a bold prediction say Christian McCaffrey's going to be healthy the whole season.
I could have said that. Anyway, so that's some of my, I said the Niners will have a punt return for a touchdown. Maybe.
Could happen.
Hasn't happened
Brian
yet.
Robinson.
Sky Moore. Okay, so that was
so looking back, I'll say some of my stuff that is like a little bit looking back is a little weird. I said the Falcons were going to win the NFC South. It looks like the Buccaneers division to lose right now. I also said the Commanders are going to make the wild card game.
I did not think the Buccaneers would be this good. I did not think Baker Mayfield was this good.
Okay.
I gave him credit. He's
better
than I thought.
Now that Jane Daniels is out for the season, my prediction for 49ers Commanders championship game ain't looking so hot. Other things that I said that Ravens are going to win the AFC North. My bad. Also, everyone else said the Ravens are going to win the AFC North, and if not them, the Bengals. So, and then I also said the Texans were going to the AFC South. Daniel Jones, I was not familiar with your game. And I also said that
we did not think that there would be a nickname Indiana Jones.
Well, that's kind of obvious.
Yes.
Okay. And then I also said that Fred Warner was going to win Defensive Player of the Year. You can't do that when you're injured. And then I said Joe Burrow is going to win MVP. You can't do that when you're injured. So we're doing great. Great in predictions.
I said the Patriots would be the #1 wild card team. That one's looking really good. Like that one, I think actually are they leading the Bills in that division, or
Yes.
is it tied?
Yeah, they're leading the Bills.
Yeah, like that's
I think they have one more win because the Bills had a bye week and the Patriots haven't, and then they also beat the Bills.
yes. But either way, that's predictions looking really good.
Mhm.
And then I had the Ravens as number 2 on my wild card team. I did pick the Falcons would win that AFC South. We were both trying to pick some bold predictions, and not as good as we did not expect the
The
Buccaneers.
Panthers have a better record than the Falcons right now.
Yeah. Anyway,
Dang.
that's some of our division winners. I predicted MVP would be Joe Burrow. Can't do
Can't
that
when you're injured.
Okay, so you just want to get into
So what do you have for updated picks for your? Let's
Okay.
go with this. Who's your protector of the year? The offensive lineman of the year award.
I'm gonna. So my original
Halfway
pick
through the
was
season.
Penei Sewell.
Mhm.
I'm gonna stick with Penei Sewell.
I'm also going to stick with my pick of Trent Williams
Okay.
solely. He's not playing the greatest offensive line this year, but I think they're going to pick him because it's Trent Williams. If there's an offensive lineman award, it should go to him because of how good he's been forever.
Maybe. We'll see.
That's that. Okay. And then
Okay. Comeback player there.
comeback player of the year. I think it's pretty safe to say I can stay with my pick of Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I picked CMC,
Mhm.
and I'm definitely sticking with that pick.
Definitely. Coach of the year.
In case you want to know, comeback player of the year.
Never mind.
The
Never mind. I guess.
odds winner leader right now.
Mhm.
Odds leader is CMC.
No way. That's crazy.
I know.
I would have never protected this.
Yeah.
Did.
Okay, keep going. Sorry.
Coach of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I still have Jim Harbaugh.
You
Jim
said John. You said John. That's on the
Stupid Jay Harbaugh.
That's the Ravens. You said John Harbaugh of the Ravens.
John.
That's what you wrote down. I
John
wrote down
Harbaugh of the Ravens.
That's what you wrote down. I think he might have thinking. He thought he was doing good. Okay. I said Mike Vrabel of the Patriots, which he still could win, but I'm kind of would like to change my pick to Kyle Shanahan because I think he's
on my updated picks, I have Jim Harbaugh of the Los Angeles Chargers,
okay.
and I'm gonna hide because I feel
Who's-
embarrassed.
Who's Shane Sketchin?
Who?
He's the leader of the odds on the Coach of the Year. Is that the Panthers?
Shane
coach?
Steichen?
Yeah. Is that Panthers? He's the leader odds.
I forget, honestly.
Oh, Colts, of course.
Oh, yep. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Okay. Sorry, Shane. Didn't know who you were.
My bad. Wasn't
Yeah.
familiar with your game.
Sorry, we don't follow the Indianapolis Colts that close.
Probably should.
He's the leader of the thing. But I think Kyle Shanahan.
You know what?
Kyle
Actually,
Shanahan actually is fourth.
mentioning that because I kind of forgot about the Colts. I'm gonna put Shane Steichen because I'm gonna bet with Vegas on this one.
Okay. I'm going to go Kyle Shanahan, which, in case you want to know, it's very good odds. He's fourth in odds right now.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with that. It is a little bit of a homer, but who cares? This is the Niners podcast. Okay.
No way.
Defense Rookie of the Year. You had down Travis Hunter.
I mean, it's not the worst pick.
No.
It's not the best. I've changed my answer to the Seahawks edge rusher, Nick. Man, I'm going to try really hard to pronounce this right. Emenwari. Nick Emenwari. I know I'm saying that wrong. At least, I hope I'm saying that
I can't even
right.
know how to spell that, but okay.
There's,
I don't care.
yeah.
Okay.
Nick E. Period.
Okay. Defensive of the Year, I said Travis Hunter too. Sometimes we're of one mind.
Yeah.
It's like we like
It's almost like
related.
you're my dad.
Like we're related or something.
It's almost like I'm 50%.
I'm changing it to
him.
Carson Schwishinger.
I don't think that's how you pronounce his name, but okay.
Okay, you said Emenwari, or maybe something else.
Emenwari?
Emenwari? I don't know.
I'm saying it how it's
Okay,
spelled.
Carson Schwishinger is who I'm going to go with.
I'm going to.
You want to know why? He's one of the best. He's leading the rookie linebackers in tackles.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the Cleveland Browns. He was
Okay.
an early second-round pick. When we started the second round and the Niners needed a linebacker because we knew Dre Greenlaw wasn't injured, we didn't think D. Wonders was going to be as good as he was. I wanted the Niners to draft Carson Schwishinger, and he got drafted like the second pick in the second round, and I was kind of bummed.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, you know what? He's balling out right now. So that's why I'm picking Carson Schwishinger. he is 4th in odds, in case you want to know.
I have a feeling it's like Carson Schwarzenegger, but I just can't.
Who did you pick? Nick. Oh, Nick. Okay, he's 3rd in odds. You picked the guy that's 3rd in odds.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, from what I looked, he was 2nd, and then Abdul Carter was 1st.
Oh, technically, Jaheed Campbell and Nick E are tied. Jaheed Campbell and Nick E are tied at plus 300.
Okay, and then for Offensive Rookie of the Year, I have. I'm gonna say this correctly.
Emeka Ibuka.
That. I'm trying not to be Rob. Have you seen the clip of how Rob Gronkowski's like, you make it Egbekpu? I think is how he said it.
Well, you had Ashton Jetty, I wrote down.
Are
you changing your pick?
This is the updated stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I'm changing it to
Emeka
Egbuka.
Emeka
Emeka Emeka.
It's not Emeka.
I'm just trying to say his first name twice, okay?
Okay.
I'm trying to get it in my head.
Emeka E.
Emeka Egbuka.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Who do you have for Offensive Rookie of the Year?
I had that one. I picked Emeka for the beginning of the season. I'm going to stick with Emeka.
Okay.
I'm sticking with him.
I'm
I'm
purely not picking Jackson Dart because it's always quarterbacks that win it, and I don't want a quarterback to win it.
I know he's leading in the odds. Emeka is 2nd, but because I picked at the beginning of the season, I'm sticking with Emeka. Okay.
Who do you have for Defensive Player of the Year?
Well, I originally picked Will Anderson, who played against the Niners. He's pretty good.
Yes.
Like he's a good player. I don't think he's going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year. If we go back to the
Defensive Rookie?
Sorry, Defensive Player of the Year. Is he is 5th in odds. He is 5th. So, like
maybe,
maybe he has a whole bunch of sacks coming season. But I'm going to change to Myles Garrett.
Fair enough. Yeah.
He has 5 sacks in one game.
Yeah.
And he's balling out on a team that's not going anywhere, and he's still playing hard.
It's pretty hard to bet against.
Now, the funny thing is if you look back at these picks now, I've picked 2 Browns defensive players, which is kind of odd.
But it's fitting for the Browns.
It is. Okay.
My Defensive Player of the Year, I picked a player with a better record than you and a person who I think is playing better team. But I also think that because of how good he is, he's just getting double teamed, sort of like how Aaron Donald was, where he's so good that you put 3 guys on him so he doesn't do anything.
Okay.
I have Aiden Hutchinson.
Oh, okay.
Of the Detroit Lions. Because they have one of the best defenses in football. Aiden Hutchinson is one of the best pass rushers in football, one of the best run blockers in football.
Okay. Odds-wise, he's 3rd.
Yes.
Okay.
So I picked him. And also I think that Micah Parsons, the only reason why he's up there is because his name is Micah Parsons. I don't think he's had the greatest season.
He started out the season hot.
Did he?
He did start out good in the first couple of games.
He's had like 2 sacks the entire season.
Let's check. Is that it?
Because I know his first one was when they played Dak Prescott and the Cowboys.
He has 6.5 this season.
Well, now I just look like a fool, don't I? I don't pay attention to the Cowboys. I'm a Niners fan.
He's not on the Cowboys anymore. He's a Packer.
I don't pay attention to former Cowboys. Get real close.
This is a Niners podcast.
No way. I don't pay attention to the Green Bay Packers. Sorry, Micah. He's my one Packers fan that I know out there.
Okay.
I don't know if he actually listens to this. That's not the point. Micah Harden.
Oh, okay.
He's a Packers fan for some reason.
That was
offensive
player of the year. Right?
Offensive player of the year.
Okay, you
I have purely because of who I have for MVP. I have Puka Nacua for offensive player of the year.
Oh, okay, that's a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
he's in our division. He's also, I think it's second lead. Or no, he got injured. He might not be up there anymore. But playing like the
fifth,
playing like one of, if not the best wide receiver this season. So
he is technically tied for odds with CMC
for offensive player.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's tied for third. My offensive player of the year, I did not go look at the odds for this one. I just knew who I wanted to pick, Jonathan Taylor.
Okay.
Like I think Indiana Jones, otherwise was known as Daniel Jones. Yes, his offensive line is really good.
Yes.
And yes, he's playing really good. But a quarterback's best friend is his running back.
100%.
And Jonathan Taylor is a really good player.
100%.
I think he deserves it. Okay.
And speaking of Jonathan Taylor, I have him as my MVP.
Okay.
Because there is no way that the Colts are going to be this good with just Daniel Jones. If you have who's a like middle of the road running back that I could throw in there? Like if you have James Cook, like he's a good running back, but he's not Jonathan Taylor running back level. If you put James Cook in that system, he's going to be pretty good. He's going to rush for a lot, be behind that really good offensive
Brian
line.
Robinson.
Yes, even Brian Robinson.
Yeah.
They're going to be pretty good. You're not going to be Jonathan Taylor. You're not going to be a guy who's been averaging all-time great numbers the entire season.
Oh yeah.
Who's on pace to possibly break one of Adrian Peterson's record for total rushing yards in a season. So I don't know how much more you want to do. And it's the sort of thing of last year, Saquon had one of the best arguments you could ever have for a running back winning MVP, but also you had a really good season from Josh Allen, from Lamar Jackson, so you couldn't ignore those people. But now, like, who's the best quarterback in the NFL right now? Josh Allen, probably. Patrick Mahomes?
Probably Josh Allen right now.
But
I mean, Patrick Mahomes is still definitely up there,
but
he's not having a great season.
They're not having the best seasons, and Drake May is doing pretty good, but I think it's anyone's race right now for MVP for a lot of these awards.
Yes, the Colts have played 9 games, and he has 895 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not on pace to get 2,000 anymore.
Yeah, and because he had a bad game against the Steelers. But
yeah,
I think he had 3 touchdowns 3 games in a row at some point. He's really good.
Balling out.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I picked him for offense.
That's why I have him as MVP. Who do you have for MVP?
Well, originally we picked Joe Burrow, but you can't do that
when you're injured. Put that on a T-shirt.
I'm changing to double down on my surprise pick of the season was the Patriots, so Drake May. I'm saying he's going to be MVP. Will he actually win it? No. Does he deserve it? Yes.
Are you sure about that one?
Yes.
Okay. He doesn't have the greatest weapons. He has a washed Stephon Diggs. He has, I don't even know whatever wide receivers he has. He has an okay offensive line, and he's still 7-2.
Uh-huh. I think Josh Allen's going to win it, because no one else is anywhere close. Josh Allen's going to win it.
Mm-hmm.
But do I think that, since he won it last year, will Drake May get a lot of votes? Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Drake May will get the problem with Drake May winning it is same when it was Brock Purdy and CMC kind of going both in the same breath of who going to win MVP. Mm-hmm. They're probably going to get split votes and Colts of votes in people voting for Drake May. Or no, that's 2 different teams. I'm thinking Daniel Jones. Sorry, strike that.
Erase that.
Rewind. Rewind. So Drake May, I do think he's the biggest reason why the Patriots are playing really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mike Vrabel, their coach, which is why I picked him for coach of the season to be coach of the year. Anyway, I'll go with my Drake May prediction because I want to double down on that Patriots. I predicted the Patriots to do better this season, and they are.
Okay.
And I'm
pounding
the chest for that.
Your chest?
The chest. The table. The chest. Okay.
Who do you have for the Super Bowl this year?
It's 8:25 at night. Okay.
It's not even that late.
I know.
That's just daylight savings.
We need to wrap this up. I have.
Did you prepare this?
Yes, I did. Buffalo Bills versus the Rams.
I
do not want the Rams to be there, but as I look at all the teams that are there in thing, and you're like, I trust Matthew Stafford more than most of their quarterbacks in the NFC right now because I don't think Brock Purdy's defense is going to help him get there.
Yeah.
We'll make the playoffs, and we'll probably win a game or 2 and shock some people, but I don't think we're going to get to the Super Bowl. So, unfortunately, if I look at
who are the best teams in the NFC?
I kind of playing Buffalo. Did I say Buffalo?
You said Buffalo.
Yes. Okay. So Buffalo Bills versus Rams. What do you have?
I have similar. I said the Bills were going to make the Super Bowl against the Niners. I don't think the Niners are going to make the Super Bowl anymore.
Okay.
I also thought the Niners were going to have a defense this year, so my bad.
Can't do that when you're injured.
Can't do that when you're injured. Put that on a T-shirt. Yeah. I have, because I don't want it to be the Rams, and I knew that you were probably going to pick the Rams or the Eagles or something.
You was going to pick the Rams?
I could tell.
Okay.
I picked the Detroit Lions.
Blue. You know the worst thing about me picking the Rams?
What about it?
Sorry. Go ahead and jump back.
It's because it's
in Levi's Stadium.
Yeah.
And so we talk about Levi's South. Can you imagine the Rams being in the Super Bowl in our home stadium? I do not want that in any shape or form, but that's who I think would get there. Now, the other funny thing is the Lions lost an NFC Championship game at Levi's Stadium, and they can come back and play the Super Bowl at our stadium.
Now, I have nothing against the Lions.
I don't really either. I also think Buffalo versus Detroit, I don't think either one of those teams have won a Super Bowl. Because Bills are 0-4, and the Lions have never made it. So I think that'd be a really good Super Bowl, I do have to say.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's why I picked it.
Okay.
Anyway.
I would love to see Buffalo beat the Rams, is what I want to pick. Okay, we ready for some...
I hope this is the right one.
Max's Top 10.
We're doing this.
Okay, we're doing that one.
Because the other one leads into the ending of it.
Okay.
So I just gotta go quickly because we still have to talk about the Niners, or I guess the Niners, because
our picks for in a little bit of time for the Kings.
Yeah, the Kings.
I gotta get to the bed.
So because he has a plane to catch tomorrow.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Max's top 10.
From the bottom up, I have the number 10. I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm sorry you started losing like 2 games, and now you're down here. I still think you're a really good team that you could go up here, but also I think it's more of I think all the teams that are above you are better. That's kind of how power rankings work. But I still trust the Bucs are a really good team, and they're gonna win a lot of games. Number 9, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. What else do I need to say about them? That has already been said for the past 5 years. Moving on. Number 8.
They are getting better.
Yes.
I give them that.
And I don't want them to get better because I'm a petty Niners fan.
Can the Chargers win the division instead of the Chiefs? Find out.
I actually have a prediction of who's going to win the division. That's not the Chargers. It's the Broncos.
Okay.
Number 8. I have the New England Patriots.
Oh, Broncos are 7-2. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So Chiefs are technically third. Sorry, number 8.
I have the New England Patriots.
My new
because they're
it's
7.
not my favorite team, but I like them.
The team you're sort of rooting for.
Yeah, because I predicted them and I want them to be good. So there's
you want your prediction to be right.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm more going for it because I want my prediction to be right.
Okay.
7-2.
Because they're 7-2, I have to put them up here. At number 7, I have the Seattle Seahawks. Not because I like the Seahawks, but because
they're playing pretty good.
Yeah.
6-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 6, I have the Philadelphia Eagles, which it's weird to think that the Eagles are underachieving this year, and they're 6-2.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 5, I have the Denver Broncos.
Well, I mean, they are 7-2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Number 4, I have the LA Rams.
Oh, they're 6-2.
And number 3, I have the Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
I think that their game against the Steelers was sort of a fluke, so I'm just gonna let the game pass by.
Okay.
Number 2, I have the Detroit Lions.
Ooh.
And then number 1, I have the Buffalo Bills. So I got my 1 and 2 teams.
Detroit Lions are 5-3, and you have them number 2.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Max's top 10. So
It's Max's top 10.
And who was number 1 again? Sorry.
The Buffalo Bills. So I have my 1 and 2 teams making the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Anyway, let me move this a little bit. Okay, so are you ready for our... That's the swear button. My bad. I don't know what the doing here, but...
Who let him in charge of the keypad?
I should probably take that button off.
Okay, keep going. Next for our next segment. We have
That's loud.
I just love that music. Just let it play. Okay, welcome to our Primetime Picks,
where we pick out the primetime games of your NFL schedule and also the Niners.
Okay.
So starting out Thursday Night Football.
Okay, we need to recap last week.
Oh no!
We had the last 2 weeks.
I don't want to talk about the last 2 weeks.
Because last time we recorded the game, it was like in the middle of the Sunday Night Football game, so we didn't totally recapture all that stuff. So we pushed it to this week. In the last 2 weeks, I've gone 7-1 in Primetime Picks. 7-1 to bring my record to 24-16. Max, would you like to say what your record is?
Okay, so in my defense, I don't know the combined record because I'm not that quick with math, and I also forget what my total number is. But so this NFL schedule NFL season has been pretty unpredictable, right? So I've been trying to choose more picks that I don't necessarily believe in, but work out. And the reason why I'm doing this more is I picked the Bengals to beat the Steelers, and then I was right. So now I'm just being crazy. But point is,
he went 3-5 the last 2 weeks. So I went 7-1, and he went 3-5.
So what's my record?
19-21. You're below 500 in this primetime picks. You're doing awesome, Max. It's great for the bit. It's great for the show.
Nope.
Great for the podcast.
Nope.
Thank you for
Nope.
sacrificing your picks.
No, shut your mouth.
Okay, our first game is
Thursday Night Football, Las Vegas Raiders in Mile High Stadium against the Denver Broncos. Who do you have?
Broncos.
Yeah.
Come on. Like the Raiders. Come on.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be close.
Anybody who's a Raiders fan, I'm sorry.
Move to Nevada. Bye. That's my response to you.
Hey, my son-in-law, my daughter, and my grandbaby live in Nevada, so there's nothing wrong with Nevada.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, next game is our Niners game, Rams at Niners. So as we look to this game, it's been just a smidgen more time on this game because it's Niners game. Rams are really good. Will
Definitely.
we have
100%.
Brock Purdy? We went and beat them in Levi's South last time.
And now we're at home.
It's a Sunday afternoon game. We get the number one broadcast, so we get Tom Brady. I don't know if you like Tom Brady or not, but we get Tom Brady and Kevin Burkhardt as the
Announcers
for this game. So it's Fox's game of the week, as they call it. And so it's a big game. Totally agree. It's a big game.
Big for divisional as well.
If the Niners want to win the division, they need to beat the Rams because they're technically a half game behind them because the Niners have played one more game and they have one more loss. Same amount of wins as the Rams. You cannot fall farther behind the Rams because if you lose this, you're a game and a half behind. You really need to win. Even though you're 3-0 in the division, you need to continue to win this. Our defense is banged up.
Yes.
Can't do that when you're injured.
The Rams' offense is really good as well.
Yeah, and the Rams' offense is doing really good at cooking. I'm picking the Rams.
And you see, I knew you were going to do that.
Okay.
So I picked the San Francisco 49ers just for the sake of last time we both picked the Rams. And then we were both wrong. So this time, I'm going to be right and pick the San Francisco 49ers.
Somebody's going to be good.
Because I think Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh, once again, are going to coach their behinds off and get a bunch of nobodies, who is even more of a bunch of nobodies than they were the first time we played the Rams, and beat them again. I think it's going to be a close game. I definitely think it's going to be a close game. I might even go into overtime again.
Eddie Pinheiro, game-winning kick. I would love it to be. I'm picking the Rams, but I would love to see Eddie Pinheiro get a game-winning kick.
I have the Niners winning this. Do I totally believe in it? Heck no. And I am stressing my booty off.
And we're going to record a podcast right after that game, so we'll see how our mood is next week. Tune in next week to find out.
Okay.
Sunday night game.
Steelers in LA against the Chargers.
Now, because the Steelers just beat
the Colts,
I did not expect the Steelers to be this good. Like, the Steelers are 5-3.
Which isn't bad.
Isn't bad. It's kind of because they always win about 8 or 9 games. So they're a little better than I'm expecting. Where are the Chargers at? They are 6-3. So it's 5-3 versus 6-3. So this is a good matchup. I was expecting that.
Yep.
Chargers 6-3, 5-3. Do you want to go first in this one? Who you picking here? You have a reason?
Okay, so you know how I'm trying to pick crazy picks. This is one of my crazy picks.
Okay.
So I have the Pittsburgh Steelers winning. Even though I think the Chargers are a better team, I still believe that the Steelers can win because everyone was criticizing their defense last time they played was it the Bengals? And then they immediately went and played because everyone's saying like their defense is outdated. They're just playing the same defense that they have since Brian Daboll, not Daboll. Not the point here. I completely blanked on his name, the coach's name.
Tomlin?
Right?
Mike Tomlin?
Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin's defense has been the same since he got there with Ben Roethlisberger. And it's now 2025 and he's still playing around about the same defense. And they go out and beat one of the best offense in the NFL, the Indianapolis Colts. And you make Daniel Jones look like he's on the Giants again. So I have the Steelers winning this game. Do I fully believe in it? Heck no. Definitely not. The only game I fully believe in and am confident in is the Broncos game.
Which is why we pick the hard games.
Yes.
We do pick the hard games for this fun segment. I'm picking the Chargers, which you probably expected. They are probably more the safer pick. I have no idea who's actually favored. I don't look into that. So I'm picking the Chargers. I have more faith. They've won 2 in a row. They beat the Vikings. They beat the Titans, but come on, it's the Titans.
Yeah.
But I have much more faith in the Harbaugh and Herbert than I do Aaron Rodgers. Even though it is Aaron Rodgers, but he's getting up there. He's catching up to me. So
Monday Night Football.
Okay.
Philadelphia Eagles in Green Bay in Lambeau Field against the Green Bay Packers. Who do you have? This is a really hard game to pick.
I know. This is a really hard game to pick.
I want you to go first as well. Because
I don't have a pick yet, but I need to pick one right now. Okay, Eagles, Packers. If I'm thinking about the game, Eagles, Eagles have a really good defense. Packers should have it. Oh man, that means Jordan Love, my fantasy QB, is playing against the Eagles defense. Monday Night Football. I'd have to think about, do I want C.J. Stroud starting or Jordan Love? Sorry, now all these things going through my head here. So Philadelphia Eagles. Because the Packers didn't play good, I'm going to go Eagles. I don't want them to win. If I'm watching the game, I want the Packers to win, but I'm picking the Eagles.
Okay.
What are you going for?
I got the Packers.
Okay. Wow, we got 3 out of our 4 picks are different.
Yes.
So I'm going to go 3-1 again, and you're going to go 1-3.
Nope. You're going to go 3-1. I'm going to go 0-4.
Well, we have one game to right, so that's the one game we're going to get wrong. So the Raiders are going to win?
Yes.
Because that's how the season's going. It's totally how the season's going.
Definitely. 100%.
Okay.
The Texans are playing the Jaguars, by the way, if you want to think about your fantasy quarterbacks.
Okay. Who's that? Repeat that again. Sorry, my mind was
The
blank.
Texans are playing the Jaguars, if you want to think about that.
Jaguars have a decent defense. Okay, anyway, sorry. Okay, that's my fantasy back.
And now let's go. Hi, guys who skipped to the Kings segment. I don't know why I still watch the podcast.
Hey, okay, we gave you a teaser at the beginning of the podcast. The Niners. The Kings. Hey, we can talk about my jersey.
Let's talk about his jersey. You want to turn around and okay. So leave. Okay, I don't think anybody is gonna guess.
Anybody guess who this jersey is?
Kings Adidas jersey number 23.
Okay, so I bought this because I needed a Kings jersey. I want to say close to 10 years ago. I probably should look up when he was actually on the Kings. I don't remember.
Don't say his name while you're typing it out.
Yes. But I bought it because I went to the arena, and it was toward the end of the season, and they had jerseys at like 50% off. And so you're like, I wanted to buy a jersey. And I'm trying to, back then, is trying to find a team or find a player on the team at that time of who do I want to buy a jersey of. So,
and I want to say that when he told me this player that he has a jersey of, I went, "You are making names up. There is no way that person is real."
So I think I probably bought the jersey. It's probably about 12 to 13 years ago, probably after the 2012-2013 season. You can probably look up the last time Adidas made NBA jerseys. And I think Nike took over the next season. So if you go back and look at who was on the Kings roster at that time, you're going to be like,
of nobodies.
I didn't like DeMarcus Cousins at the time, even though he was probably our best player. And so you're like, okay, I'll pick our shooting guard, probably our second leading scorer. So this is the build-up.
Turn around.
Okay, here we go.
No, the chair's covering it.
Oh, okay, I got to get out of the chair.
Don't hurt your back.
Okay, can you see it? So Marcus Thornton, can you see it back there?
Stand up a little bit.
Stand up there. We go.
Squat a little.
Can you see it there?
Yeah, it's there.
Okay, so
number 23.
Marcus Thornton is my jersey. This was coming out of the.
Here's a picture of him if you want to see.
Yes.
Who is this player? I have never heard of this player before in my life.
So back in the 2011-2012 season, so maybe it was 12 that I bought this thing.
I was 4.
He was averaging 18 points a game. back in 2011, he was averaging 21 points a game. So he went from 21 to 18 points per game, which was probably our second leading scorer at the time. I think he was our starting shooting guard.
Once again, I was 4 years old.
He shot 36% from three-point range in the 2011 season when he was averaging 21 points a game. So he shot 50% from the free throw line. So, again, you're going back to 2011, 2012, and if you look at the Kings roster, you're like, who do you get a jersey of? Now, maybe Tyreek Evans might have been your pick, or DeMarcus Cousins, or Isaiah Thomas. Like, that's who you're looking at. I chose Marcus Thornton. Let me know in the comments if you would like that pick. Anyway, so there's my classic jersey. And that was our King segment for the day, because that's the highlight of our King segment. Oh, no. We gave you a teaser at the beginning of this segment. Who did the Kings pick up today, Max?
Oh, no. I just remember his name is hard to pronounce. I know I've heard his name, but I know I've heard his name before. And I know I should know this player because we literally talked about it before we got here, but that was an hour ago.
He's 6'8", 243 pounds out of Memphis. He was a first-round pick in the 2020 draft.
That doesn't help me.
He averages 6.6 points a game, 5.6. He was on the Miami Heat for the last couple seasons. His name is Precious Achiuwa.
That guy, Precious Achiuwa. Hey, do you want?
Technically, last year he was on the Knicks.
Hey, Dad, do you want to talk about the last two games for the Kings? Because overall. Okay, let's talk about this streak that the Kings have until Thanksgiving, which we're probably.
Okay, before we get to that, let's cover the games the same, and then we'll come into that. Okay.
Let's go.
So if we go back to the Bulls game, because that's what happened.
Yes.
The Kings actually played a really good first half. That was so if by 30 seconds in each game, we'll take some notes. Tale of two halves. Kings first half very good, second half very bad.
Yep.
First half ball movement. First half. Played really good offense, moved the ball around. Second half, it's my turn to go one-on-one. Okay, Max, now it's your turn to go one-on-one. Okay, it's my turn again. Who cares? This was after the game. Christie had the quote. Doug Christie had the quote, "The team has gotten bored with success."
What are you saying?
And I'm looking directly into the camera for those of you out there. You're getting bored with success.
That's the entire point.
Yeah. Okay, next game. King, and that should be the Zach LaVine return game because that was his first game back in Chicago. Anyway, he had a good game, but the rest of the team did not. Okay, Kings at Milwaukee. I did not have much hopes going into this game, but we won.
Neither did I.
And we started the game out down 15-2.
Yep.
Oh, awesome. I saw the first half, it was 15-2, and I'm like, it's a Saturday afternoon game, and I was about to watch it, and I'm like, okay, I'll get to it when I get to it. And I turned it on, and maybe I should have turned it on earlier, because once I turned it on, they started playing good. I turned it on about the middle of the end of the first quarter, and I remember we turned it on, and there was a possession, first possession of the second quarter. As the coach and my player, we sat and analyzed this play and backed it up like 2 or 3 times. If you watch the first possession of the second quarter, it is the definition of young players, if you're a high school player or any player out there, and you want to learn how to play the game of basketball, do not watch this possession.
Or watch this possession and do the exact opposite.
Exactly. So you go down the court, and Westbrook goes to the corner. Schroeder goes to the wing. Keonell starts at the top of the key.
Yep.
DeMar DeRozan goes over here to the other wing, and then Drew Eubanks goes down the middle. The only player to move significantly was Keon Ellis. And he went from the top to the corner, came back and got a rebound, and ended up at the top. You have DeMar DeRozan staying on a wing, didn't move. Schroeder didn't move. Westbrook didn't move. Eubanks started at the top of the key, went down to the post, went out to the corner, and came back. He
did a triangle.
He did a little bit of movement, but again, this is NBA players who I get. They probably know more about basketball than I do.
But you get paid millions of dollars.
And you can't stink and move your body around the court. And the beginning of the second quarter, you should be tired by then. Now, I contrast that to there was a possession with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter, and that was beautiful basketball. So I think this is the tale of the Kings season right here, is one possession, they look horrible. The next possession, they're like, wow, that's like beautiful basketball. Can we get some more of that? That was like, wow, it was an awesome possession. It was about 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. So right smack in the third quarter, if you want to go search for it, they had 7 passes, set 1 screen. There was 3 paint touches. It ended up with an open 3 for Levine. Kings had got up to 11-point lead in the third quarter. Like, that was beautiful basketball. So if you want to see young players or anybody go back to the first possession, second, don't follow that one. Go to the middle of the third quarter and say, okay, we need to do this. And I think that's exactly what you're going to get this Kings season. You're going to get times in the game where they are, wow, that's horrible. Don't do that ever again. Mm-hmm. And then you do that. And now the only reason why I think they won the Milwaukee game is all of their old guys had really good games.
Yes.
So you had DeRozan, Sabonis, Levine, Schroeder, and Westbrook all had major minutes. Mm-hmm. All had 4 of those had like 24 to 31 points.
Yes.
And then Westbrook had like a double-double.
Yes.
And that was an assist. They had 30 assists in the game. Mm-hmm. So back to no movement, no anything. And then the end of the Bulls game where it was like no assists in the second half. This one, they had 30 assists. They were moving the ball. They were playing as a team. They were playing hard defense. Like, okay. And as we get to the next part of the season, this is the type of game, it's like if the Kings are going to win, they have to do this. And then they go to the Nuggets. The Russell Westbrook revenge game, as I titled it. Mm-hmm. He had 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. I did not think Russell Westbrook would still be able to play this good. And his fight is really, really good. Mm-hmm. His energy, he just keeps going.
I wanted Russell Westbrook not because I think it's going to lead to winning basketball, but because he's an exciting player to watch, and he's a good player.
Now, you have the whole Russell Westbrook experience where he's going to have some stupid passes.
Mm-hmm. He's going to have he's going to have some dud games,
and he's going to have a couple shots in a game that you're like, okay, Russell Westbrook, should you really be shooting that shot? Mm-hmm. But then he goes out and gets 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists, and you're like, looks like one of the better players.
Yes.
Kings kept it close, as in they didn't get blown out. Their largest deficit was 15, and they only got the closest they got was 2 points in the middle of the second quarter. So they kind of like, hung around 10 points deficit like the whole game. Like if you follow it the whole game, they're down by about 10. They got up and down a little bit. Ended up losing by 6. Now the Nuggets are good. Do I expect you to beat the Nuggets?
No,
I would like you to. And they have a guy named Nikola Jokic who's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
He's pretty good.
He's only like, I think it's second or third in MVP odds right now, probably because Victor jumped him.
But he's won like 2 or 3 MVPs.
Yeah.
I think 2. So anyway, pretty good. I also have to say in the Nuggets game, Zach LaVine had a hurt back, and there was like 3 Kings on the injury report going into that game, mm-hmm. and Zach LaVine did look compromised mm-hmm. with his lower back, and he didn't make a 3 till like the end of the game. So. You add up for the Kings to win, all their players have to be playing good. Hence, Milwaukee game. Mm-hmm. Okay, would you like to talk about the upcoming schedule for the Kings?
Oh boy, the upcoming schedule for the Sacramento Kings. So, I think going into the Milwaukee game, we said we're going to lose 15 games in a row, and then we won that game. So yay! But looking forward to I think
the next 11 games.
Okay, so when's Thanksgiving? Is that the
27th?
It's the 27th. Okay.
Yes.
Let's just go straight down.
We have 12 games.
Let's go straight down.
Mm-hmm.
So you have the Golden State Warriors. You're probably at home. You're probably going to lose that game. The Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't care how good you play. You're losing that game.
Like one of the easier games to win is probably this Warriors game.
Because we're short. Or in basketball ways, where we play small ball.
Like if you play against, like you did against the Milwaukee Bucks, and Steph Curry doesn't go off, like I could talk myself into beating the Warriors.
But
tomorrow night.
We can't really stop Steph Curry. It's just that if he does or doesn't.
Yeah.
There's no There's no Steph Curry stopper. He just decides to.
Yeah. Are we going to be favored in this game? No way. No way.
I don't think we're favored in a single game until maybe the Phoenix game.
Which is what we're getting to. Keep going.
Okay, but
probably a loss.
Probably 2 losses. So now we're at 3 in a row. Then you have the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, loss.
Yeah, lost. Then you have the Denver Nuggets again. Yeah.
That's a national televised game.
Oh, yay, fun. Everyone can see how bad we are. That's another loss. Then you have the Atlanta Hawks. I think we could win that game.
I mean, it is at home.
It is at
Atlanta's
home.
On a travel.
Yeah.
Like if you're going to get one game out of this next 11.
Sure, Atlanta makes sense.
Yeah, okay.
I think that's probably going to be our closest game, or one of the Minnesota games. But let's just say that's another loss.
Okay.
Right? So then you play Minnesota again. Okay. This time it's in Minnesota.
Atlanta Hawks are 4-4, in case you want to know.
Okay.
Keep going.
And then you play the San Antonio Spurs. I don't think a single player in the league matches up well against Victor Wembanyama, and I think a total of negative players on this team match up well against Victor Wembanyama.
Maxine Renault.
Nope.
That's going to be his coming out game.
Put the thought. Take it back. Just take it back. Here. I'll give it back to you.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay. And then you play the Oklahoma City Thunder game. This time.
Matt Max got assigned to the G League today, so in case you want to know.
No. I did? That's crazy.
Well, congratulations, you're in the G League.
Yes.
Sorry.
And then OKC and OKC. Yeah, you're losing that game. And then Memphis, maybe. Memphis isn't playing the greatest. I don't know what the heck.
It's in Memphis.
It's in Memphis, and I don't know.
It's on a back-to-back.
Yes.
It's the second night of a back-to-back. So, no.
Oh, I skipped down. And so, probably not. And then you play the Nuggets again. So, I
mean, Memphis is 3-5.
You're playing a team 3 times. You probably should win one of them, but it's the Denver Nuggets, so I don't really.
Well, we are playing the Minnesota Timberwolves 3 times in this stretch.
So, I think we're going to win at least one game
and
against the Timberwolves.
City Thunder 3 times in the stretch.
Oh, well, we're not winning any of those games. That's and then you play the Nuggets. You play the Timberwolves
again, 3rd time in this stretch.
And then you play the Phoenix Suns. We might be favoring that game. I don't know. We might be 4 and like 15 at that point.
So right now we are 2-5.
Yes.
If you go through this 11-game stretch, and we just went through it. Let's say you win, I don't know, the Atlanta Hawks right in the middle right there.
And then you win one of the Timberwolves games.
Let's say you win the Memphis game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That gets you 2-9. So then you are 4-14. Going into the Phoenix game.
How many other teams are going to be worse than you at that point?
Well, you still have the Pelicans.
So with that being said, we are taking the Carolina Panthers track on this. So there, if you don't know, this is a joke, by the way. We're not being serious. If you don't know, well, the information. I'm going to cut the last part I said out. So if you don't know, there was a Panthers podcast called the Meow Mix that stopped recording episodes because of how bad the Carolina Panthers were. They just wanted to spend time with their wives, and they didn't want to have to worry about all the losses they had to deal with on Sundays. And then the Panthers were good after that. They won 4 out of the last 5 games ever since the Meow Mix podcast stopped. So, with that being said, we are no longer reporting on the Sacramento Kings. We're going to be solely a San Francisco 49ers based channel. This is a joke, by the way. But
we're going to take 3 weeks off from the Kings, and we'll come back after Thanksgiving.
And if they're doing better, we'll stop. We'll continue not talking about them until.
If they're bad, then we can talk about them again.
Yeah,
because we didn't our thing.
Because it didn't work. But
we'll tune in next week to see if we're serious about that.
I'm not excited, frankly.
So one of the recent news, I'll get your quick take on this, and I don't want to spend too much time because we're already way over an hour into this podcast here. Is would you trade for John Morant? Because he's basically trying to. I don't know about trying to. Maybe that's being too generous. He's
making a case for himself to get out of Memphis.
Yes, he's not being very good. He doesn't like his coach, putting it nicely.
Yep.
And would the Memphis Grizzlies trade him?
I think they would trade him. And from what I've seen, one of the places he's more likely to go, according to reports or like Vegas odds, is the Sacramento Kings. But as a Kings fan, I don't. If I could have John Morant just straight up just give him to me and I don't give anything back, I'd take John Morant. But because of who John Morant is and probably what Memphis is going to want for him because of how good of a player he is and can be, I don't want John Morant. Because he's going to be an expensive contract, and we already have a bunch of expensive contracts. I don't know how we're going to pay for all these people. and we need to rebuild this team. I feel like we've been saying this over and over.
So the options for just trading contract-wise, one of the options is you have to package Malik Monk and DeMar DeRozan together. So you have Malik Monk and DeMar DeRozan for John Morant. Or you could do straight up Zach LaVine for John Morant. I don't think that makes sense, and I don't think they would want Zach LaVine back. Or Sabonis straight up for John Morant. So that's some of the options.
Now, my thing is,
if you're going to Sports Illustrated says the 3 teams that could trade for him would be Miami Heat, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Sacramento Kings. So we are not making this stuff up. This is all over national news of who would possibly get John Morant.
if the Kings were good, like if we're going to trade in last season, if we're going to trade De'Aaron Fox, who do we want to trade him for? I'd say John Morant. And if we said in the offseason, who are we going to trade for? I'd say, sure, John Morant. Why not? But with how this team looks and how bad they are, I don't think John Morant is the guy who's going to steer us in the right direction to suddenly be a playoff contender.
I agree.
If you're not Giannis Antetokounmpo, if you're not Victor Wembanyama, if you're not Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, if you're not Nikola Jokic or Luka Doncic, I'm not trading for you because I don't think you're going to steer this ship around.
Okay, so from a trade idea, if you could trade Malik Monk and DeMar DeRozan for John Morant straight up, no picks,
Sure.
I would do it.
But Memphis going to do it?
But I was listening to some Memphis players or Memphis radio people on local radio today. 2 of them I listened to, and they're like, yeah, they'd want at least 2 first-round picks. And you're like, I wouldn't even trade 1 for John Morant. Now, if it was a lottery-protected one, maybe. But we just had that thing where we traded Kevin Huerter, and it finally went a couple of years later because we never get out of it. You're like, John Morant's not going to make this team a playoff team.
Yes.
He might be more exciting, and I look at
it might make us a better team.
We're already looking at next year's draft from a Kings perspective, and there's some really good players. So there is almost there's some players. There's very little players that I would trade the Kings draft pick next year for anybody. And John Morant is not one of them.
Yep.
Like I would almost trade like that. I think we have a pick swap with the San Antonio Spurs in like the 2030. I would trade that one.
But it's the Spurs.
Exactly. So, like, the Spurs are getting your pick most likely at that time frame, unless for some reason we go down and back up. And then the Spurs, so then you'd be getting the Spurs would get your pick, and then you would be trading the Spurs pick to the Grizzlies. That's the only one that I would give up for John Morant.
He would definitely make the team better. I don't deny that. But in the long term, it doesn't make sense. And also, I don't know who out of our team. I talked with you about this. So there were reports about around the league because GMs just call each other to see what the market's like, what's happening. There's quite literally zero trade interest for Zach LaVine. No teams wants him
because of his contract.
And I guess sort of how he plays.
Well, the interesting thing about that, so I totally agree. I've heard that too. A good note about Zach LaVine. He's playing better than I thought he would.
Yes, definitely.
He has 30 points in 5 of his first 6 games.
He's averaging 27.4 points per game.
So in Kings player history, the only other people to do that are Oscar Robertson, Tiny Archibald, and Jack Twyman. So that's 3 players. Played 5 of the first 6 games in the Sacramento era. Well, those 3 players weren't in the Sacramento era. So he's the 4th in franchise. Sorry, he's the first player to do it in the Sacramento area, the 4th player in Kings franchise history, which is like 100 years, to do the 30 points in 5 of the first 6 games. So Zach LaVine is doing good. And I heard another quote today. Bobby Jackson said that Zach LaVine is their best on-ball defender. Now, he's playing this year like the best on-ball defender. Now, like, wait a minute, you got Keon Ellis out there. And Bobby Jackson said Zach LaVine is playing good. So, now, does that mean that Zach LaVine is tradable? Back to your point, no. But Zach LaVine, I don't think is our problem. But
if you were to trade a player, who are you going to trade that would actually like bring a market? Because I don't want to trade Keegan Murray. He's one of the few pieces. He's one of the few. You just extended him.
Yeah.
And he's one of the younger pieces that you want to keep. I don't want to trade Keon Ellis. I don't think anyone would trade for him as well because he only has like 1 or 2 years left in his contract.
It's only 1 year.
And we probably need to extend him.
Yeah.
But I don't think I don't think, and you're probably going to disagree with me. I don't think there's one team that wants DeMar DeRozan right now. I don't think there's a single team out there that goes, DeMar DeRozan will make our team better.
Well, I hope it's the Milwaukee Bucks. Because I said that earlier in a podcast, and it makes sense for me when you look at where the teams are constructed. I would because I want some team to want him, and I think that's a good fit. Other people have said it the Miami Heat, but then you see the Miami Heat have totally changed their offense this season, and now DeMar DeRozan does not fit on that team. So Eric Spoelstra has totally changed how that offense works, so he does not fit on that team. And so there's not too many teams that will take in DeMar DeRozan and he fits on. I think he would fit with Giannis as a 1-2 punch with him and Giannis.
It makes sense, but DeMar DeRozan doesn't play in sort of a collaborative way. He plays where if he gets the ball, he's probably going to shoot it.
Yeah.
But
he's a great teammate.
Yes.
But I agreed, and I hope the Kings can get a first-round pick for him because, we need something. And we're kind of tanking without tanking. That's where we're at right now. We're tanking without tanking.
Yes.
Which is, in some ways, the best way to do it.
Yeah.
But, we're not trying to tank, but we're just losing games anyway. So, yeah, the Kings are... I can almost guarantee the Kings are going to trade somebody, and this will not be the same team at the end of the season that we have today. Hey, we got Precious Achua today. Like, that's the totally difference. Like, I wouldn't, but sorry, Isaac Jones. But anyway, like, that's where I think the Kings are. And, I don't think you're going to trade Zach LaVine. And I feel really bad about Domantas Sabonis. He came here to play with Fox. He had some really good seasons with us. He's a really good player. He just gets beat up. He's such a hard player. He plays so hard. I
think I say a new cut or bruise on him every single game.
Oh, he plays he puts his heart out there. He plays as hard as you can. He's a super smart player. I love the dude.
100% agree. He just needs to go to another team.
Well, yeah,
for the sake of his career.
Like players that I would like to go have a dinner with. Sabonis is probably one of them because Keegan Murray might be boring because he wouldn't talk much. I think
he'd be funny, but he wouldn't talk much.
Yeah, he could be. Sabonis is a guy that's he's such a hard worker. I would love to go pick his brain and talk to him and understand some things and what he's gone through. He's that such of a good player that I like the guy. I'd like to win with Sabonis.
But
this team is just at least it doesn't fit. Now maybe he can stick through the down and up that I think is going to happen with the Kings. But anyway, okay, we've talked now 20 minutes on the Kings. So
I asked you in the car, and I sort of answered for you as a joke. It's like, how do you feel about the Kings? Poorly.
Yeah, and we'll leave it with that. Okay, well, if you've listened to this far in the podcast, please hit the like button. Make sure you've had those hit the subscribe button. Any parting thoughts you want to say, Max?
No, honestly, it's just
go Niners.
Go Niners. Go Niners. Go Kings as well. Light the beam. I really want the Kings to be good. If we can turn this around and go be a playoff team, 100%, go for it. But we won't. So I'm just accepting fate.
And we'll get into it later. Of some of the possible draft picks next year.
Yes.
It's way too early to get into that. But
do we talk about it in January? How are we going to wait until January for talking about draft picks?
Well, we won't get to the players yet. We have to get to the Niner season before we can dive into that more.
Okay.
Anyway, we thank you for listening. We appreciate everybody listening here.
And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.